To have the perfect lawn, many people choose sod. And why not? It's easy to roll out and you have grass instantly. But how did that sod become convenient rolls of grass?
The most basic approach to get turf established is from seed. You buy seed, you put it down on the ground, you do a soil prep, you put it on the ground, you add some fertilizer, you add water, and then in about 2 to 3 months you have a good, nice turf stand like this one. For many of us, they don't want to wait that time. They don't want to wait 2 or 3 months. They want to have, you buy your house, you do your yard, you finish the soil prep, and then you want to have, the day you move in, you want to have it instantly green. So we let what we call the sod farm go through that establishment process. They put the seed in the ground, they nurture the grass, mow the grass, fertilize the grass for 1 year until it's absolutely perfectly looking, dense and uniform. Then they come with the machine, they cut the sod at about an inch and a half, they roll it up, you take it to your house, you roll it out, and then you have instant green.
We have a machine that cuts 5 square feet, cuts slabs. We try to take off maybe about a ½ inch of soil, and it cuts, 5 square feet slabs. Our pallets are 500 square feet, but you can order different, right? You don't have to be 500. It can be at 100, 250, 300. It doesn't really matter. But usually that's what we try to cut, is a ½ inch of soil off of there. On the big roll machine, we cut 250 square feet on a roll, and that's the same ½ inch of dirt, and it's 42 inches wide. And we only make 250s for landscapers around here, because we go any bigger roll than that, landscapers here can't handle it with their tractors, because then they need a different kind of tractor. This way they can use little tractors like we do around here, so they can handle it around their backyards.
Once the sod is harvested, it's distributed to landscaping companies and retailers.
Well, the big thing in this part of the country, we've got such a sandy soil base. The preparation on sod is the big thing. If you just lay sod down on top of this sand, you're just throwing your money away. And we go in and we dig it all up about 6 inches, add a compost to it, add all of our nutrient mixture to it at that time, and that way you've got a really good base to begin with. But if you just lay sod down on this sand, it's going to look pretty for a year or so, but there's no nutrient base for your sod to adhere to. They say that this sod will be good for a few days on a pallet, but to us it's a real important factor. The sooner that it's cut and put back on the ground, the better off. This sod was cut at 8 o'clock last night, and we started installing at 6:30 this morning. The sod, as you can see when we lay it, it is basically a ready-made yard. Within 2 to 3 weeks, it looks like it's been in here for 10 years. Right here we're putting in what's called a desert blend turf fescue. And it was kind of developed for this country down here. It does really good with our heat in the summer, and actually it will stay green year round down here in this part of the country.
A well cared for lawn is something we can all appreciate and benefits us more than we realize.
One of the advantages of having a green space that is publicly available, of course, is that you as a family, we all can go out, can interact, can have picnics, can talk to our neighbors, to our friends. Of course, in order to have that, we need a surface that allows our kids to run around and not break their legs. We can sit down, we can throw our blanket, we can have our picnic. So the benefits of turf, or the benefits that turf provides, certainly applies also to inner city. But the two most important ones, in my opinion, obviously for inner cities, provide cooling, helps preventing our cities become huge heat sinks that heat up to temperatures that we have never measured before in cities. And second, that they provide room and space for human interaction and for get-togethers.
It's been shown in several studies that a well-maintained landscape that includes a turf grass could increase property values up to 15%. We've shown that a lawn with about 2,500 square feet is going to provide enough oxygen to support a family of 4 for the entire year. We noticed that the air conditioning costs in general are going to be reduced when we have a turf landscape around the home. because the turf is going to provide a cooling effect. We have improvements in overall dust control in the landscape because the turf is going to hold on to any dust and eliminate a lot of dust in the atmosphere. The root system of turfgrass do a great job of holding on to the soil and not allowing it to blow away, but also to just keep the soil where it is so we don't have a lot of erosion. And in general, pollutants are going to be reduced when we have a turf landscape. The plants are going to absorb a lot of the pollutants, whether it's air or soil or water, and it's not going to be very detrimental to their growth. And that means that we get a lot of benefits from the turf. And so one way that we utilize this ability to capture the pollutants is that we can apply low quality water, whether it's salty water or whether it has a high number of pollutants. The turf's going to filter out all the pollutants. It's going to return the water back to the groundwater very clean, and overall we just get the benefit of the turf on top. So it's really a win-win situation if we look at the use of turf in our landscapes.
Real estate, a lot of it is about the awe factor and you know, the first initial impression. And the Gallup research did a study on homeowners and how they felt the importance of a lawn was in their landscaping. And 62% of homeowners felt like the return of the landscaping was greater than other things that they could do. 100 to 200% of the cost of putting in a lawn was recouped, as opposed to only 40 to 70% for a patio or a porch. The lawns of just 8 average houses can equal the cooling effect of 70 tons of a refrigeration air unit. Now the average house has a refrigerated air unit of about 4 to maybe 5 tons, depending upon the size of the house. So you can see that a small amount of space can return a lot of coolness. Lawns will absorb sound. As you come into an area that has a nice lawn, your mood is affected. You're more calm, it's more tranquil, it's cooler. It's a lot nicer than going into just a rock or a patio paved area. Effective uses of lawns can add to the home.
It does take some work to get a lush green lawn, but it's all worth the effort when you can sit out and enjoy your beautiful yard.
Lawns do help out an individual's health. They say that gardening, for example, is one of the most beneficial exercises that people can do. Not only includes physical labor, but it also includes health improvements, just mental health improvements. You know, nothing makes me happier than to walk out and mow a lawn and smell the fresh cut grass, and it just gets you excited to be out in the landscape and enjoying the great weather that we have here in New Mexico. But then we also have, you know, the children that are going to go out and play. Certainly, I would rather play on a turf surface than I would a rocky surface. You know, it's a lot easier to kick the ball around, and it's a lot safer for our young ones out in our backyard or our front yard.
Grass benefits us in so many ways. It's great for outdoor activity, and it calms and relaxes us when we sit in our yards.
Well, the reason I got into the turf profession was because I'm a golfer, and I enjoy being outside on the turf surface. But the reason I got into turf research was that I really enjoyed the way that we can improve the turf aesthetics and utility with still benefiting the environment. And if we look at all of the turf industries, whether it's the golf course industries, whether it's the landscape people, whether it's the home lawn operators, every one of these industries really want to be beneficial to the environment. They want to leave the earth better than when they got there.
Who doesn't love grass, right? And I think the last few years grass has kind of got a bad rap because of the water usage and everything involved, you know. Lots of people say, well, you know, we don't want to put grass in because you have to water it every day. With the proper watering systems and the proper preparation on your soil and everything, you can grow grass right here just as simple as you can in the mountain country.
I think the most thing I enjoy about golf and being outdoors is just being outside all the time. If you want to go out and play here, you can go out and play and just enjoy the day.
Turf grass is great for so many things: athletic fields, golf courses, parks, and lawns. And thanks to the hardworking turf experts, sod growers, and landscapers, we can all enjoy our time outdoors. From planting a seed to harvesting sod, turf grass is grown for all of us to enjoy.
Field Trip was made possible by the Cooperative Extension Service at New Mexico State University and by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing to do when I was little, take my shoes off and play golf. Usually it was because my feet were getting blistered.
Better get this one.
If you would like to purchase a copy of this program, please visit krwg.org.